Okay, so welcome and congratulations to Mr. Amarendu Prakash, Mr. Oscar Hållén, and of course LeadIT for this announcement. You all are growing as we see by year. But let's start with you, Amarendu. You had one of India's largest steel production. Well, it is a public sector company, and you've had a strategic vision focusing on reducing the environmental aspect of steel production through innovative technologies. Now, how did you decide to join the leadership group for industry transition?
I'm not sure. Okay, I'm audible. Thank you so much, all the dignitaries here and all friends from India and Sweden. Why did we decide to join? In the earlier session, as Rupali mentioned, 5 words. He was giving 5 words. I'll give you 6. One world, one family, and there is only one future. So to us, what we feel is climate change is something which does not look at the color of your face. It does not matter you're white, black, brown. It does not have any boundaries. If we see, if the temperatures are rising, they're rising as much in Europe as in India, or in Middle East or Africa. If floods are coming, the floods are not choosing their place. There are no longer places which are known as, this is the place where flood will be there, or this is the place where you will have dry weather. It is something so unpredictable. It is going to affect each and every person, irrespective of what you have done in the past or what you are going to do in the future. So this is the right time when every single human, this is a question that humanity faces rather than a company faces or a country faces. To us, it is no longer a question, so much so that in our company, for example, if you look at the priority list of the company, what are our top 5 priorities? Decarbonization is not one of them. We have declared decarbonization is the survival question. It's a question of survival, not a priority, not a business priority. So that's the reason we come to LeadIT, to collaborate, to discuss with others, and we feel this is the only way forward.
Well, it also indicates the intent and the urgency of the issue, doesn't it? Coming to you, Oscar. So Oscar Hållén, CEO of CemVision, and a company that develops innovative low-carbon cement solutions. What brought you to LeadIT? It's a fairly young company.
It is, and I travel around with this. This is our PowerPoint presentation, our sort of fossil-free cement that we showcase that we are more than just a PowerPoint presentation that some very young companies are, but we're sort of past that stage. And what sort of drove us to LeadIT is obviously the potential in collaboration is key to actually moving the needle. And I think there's fantastic symbolism in standing here and sharing the stage with you in the fact that our main raw material comes from the steel industry. So, I mean, just on this stage, we have an opportunity to actually collaborate and look how can we take waste material that you don't use, upcycle that into something of high value, and use that to build a more sustainable future. And I think that's those opportunities, that's so evident when you stand here today, and that's what we sort of envisage when we applied to become a member.
All right. Also, to run us through how the technology really works. What is the innovation really?
So there's a number of innovations. So first of all, the fact that we can take raw material that nobody else uses, and we have a technique to treat it, so it's valuable for us. Then secondly, we have a chemistry which allows us to produce cement with a much lower content of calcium oxide. And that in turn allows those 2 innovations in turn leads us to produce this in an electrified process. And we have produced cement clinker with plasma, with hydrogen, for example, as well. So a number of innovations allows us to produce this, which is a cement that is, from a technical perspective, in many ways better than the Portland cement, the traditional cement that we use today. That was a long answer. Thanks for giving me the opportunity.
Felipe, coming back to you. LeadIT has been orchestrating a lot of the partnerships or facilitating a lot of the partnerships. And why are these partnerships at various levels of industry, from sort of your big giants to young companies as well? Why are these partnerships important, and how is LeadIT going about it?
Thanks, Rupali. And first of all, thank you so much on behalf of our Secretariat for taking the decision to join LeadIT. And a big warm welcome from everyone in the group. Of course, I'm delighted to be joined on stage by what we can see as an incumbent steel company, as well as a startup cement company, and that really shows our technology provided to the cement industry, rather. And it shows a real clear message that no one actor can solve this alone. And as long as both incumbents and startups are willing to drive the transition, then we're in this together in a really positive way. And I would just urge companies that have joined LeadIT and others to really demonstrate their commitment to the Paris Agreement, or continue to do so, to engage with LeadIT and its members, and also to be a champion for the transition, which both of you, by being here, are demonstrating already.
Right. Now, how important is sort of the India-Sweden relationship as part of LeadIT? Because it was started in 2019, or envisioned in 2019 with the LeadIT 1.0 by India and Sweden. Now you have new partners as well. There are several countries. So could you take us through that and sort of the importance of building country-wise as well as industry?
Yeah, absolutely. I can say that Sweden and India have been at the heart of LeadIT since the very beginning. They're the very cornerstone of the initiative itself. And I think as we move forward, it's good to have those two countries working together within each of the ministries and agencies that are involved in those countries, breaking down the silos in each of those countries, and therefore being able to provide the enabling conditions that allow the companies that work in those countries and across the world to be able to thrive based on the enabling conditions they put forward.
All right. Coming to you, Amarendu, there are also challenges, right, in decarbonization. While there is so much of good news towards innovation, Rainer brought up the point that there needs to be a lot more, right? So what are the challenges that you see within your sector on that road to decarbonization, and how do you see those being solved?
Right, as Rainer mentioned, it is all about, first of all, defining what decarbonization means to you and how much, where you can move. So the challenges that we face currently are twofold. If I talk about steel industry in particular, we practically, as a matter, if you look at our cost sheet as to what costs goes into steel making, you will find almost 50% of the cost is energy. So to tell you, while reducing energy is not just a decarbonization goal, reducing energy helps me earn more profit, brings down my cost. So there are items which are in the money. So there are initiatives like efficiency in how we operate. Can we make it more efficient? Can we learn from others who have done it earlier? Can we jointly work on improving the efficiency of the process? So those will be in the money and are a no-brainer. One has to go ahead with that, and one can shake hands on that. The second aspect is, which is out of money. That means you need to put in more money in order to make cleaner steel, greener steel. And that is the question where the whole mechanism of financing, the whole mechanism of, to tell you very frankly, LeadIT is something that I have been trying to assess, and as we go forward, I'll request every member of LeadIT to get in and not think, okay, I have got a new technology, I have got a new innovation, can I protect it and make it as a business advantage so I can do more business than you? This is only one earth, one family, and one future only. So it doesn't matter you earn more profit or I earn more profit. Ultimately, we are going to end up with the same world. So we need to all realize that all these out-of-money questions need to be solved jointly. Everybody has to play their part. And together, I believe we can intermingle, we can talk to each other, we can help read each other's mind in order to bring more solutions on this.
Fantastic. And I think you've ended it on a very good note. So I will perhaps end this session there as well. Collaboration and talking to each other, not sharing solutions, so co-solutioning as well, and co-thinking for our planet. So thank you, gentlemen, for joining us.